web here.
Hello guys, this is our first lesson on the topic email marketing from delivery to conversion. And in my opinion, this is very interesting and very powerful knowledge, very powerful skills that you can apply basically from like some small businesses to very, very huge businesses sending like huge volumes. And I'm really excited to begin this course today with you. Even though you had like the lesson 0 about all the organizational moments, I would just repeat a few things. That first, this is live session course, and after each lesson we will put all the recorded videos on our platforms that you can always recall all the information, you can rewatch, you can ask questions, and also we need to update a little bit our syllabus, because we decided to go a little bit different way. Actually, in my opinion, it's a bit more challenging, but it's more it will give you the like very professional way of beginning the email marketer path in your career. And yeah, so what we're going to speak about today is first we will speak a little bit about power of email marketing, because even though you're here and I bet you understand how powerful is this knowledge, the skills, these tools, I think you underestimate it still. I think we all actually underestimated, and even when I was preparing before our lesson, I was like shocked by some facts, and I would like to share it with you today. The second is email marketing fundamentals. We can't go like learning some professional, some more advanced options in email marketing without knowing the basics, like how it works, like what is email, how it's transferred from one server to another, and we need to understand it. Third is the evolution of email marketing. You know, I like to speak like beginning the courses, I like to include some history to understand like how we came to this point, and as once was said, if you want to understand the future, you need to understand the past, and that's why I want to talk about it. Next is how email marketing works. The next one, DNS and email authentication, which is in my opinion probably a little bit like challenging for you for the first lesson, but the reason why we decided to include this part actually in the first lesson, because from the like this is the only lesson that's going to be theoretical, and starting from the second lesson we are going to set up everything from the very beginning till sending emails on good volumes, let's say. And yeah, like today we want to start with this. I don't say this is like complicated. I would say that for complete beginners this can sound a bit more like technical, but actually it's not, and we will try to explain it. But again, if it sounds too like challenging for you, we want you to rewatch it a few times. We also have some additional sources to read after the lesson, and we will repeat basically almost half of the topics discussed today, like in more deep on our next lesson. So don't worry, don't be scared. Email marketing is on the one hand it's easy, on the other hand it's not, and you will find out. And so let's get started, guys.
Scale your web here.
The first topic is the power of email marketing, and I would like to start with questions to all of you. Is there anyone that doesn't have email address? This is rather rhetorical questions, because to get access to this course you had to have email address. And have you checked your email inbox today, or maybe like last 3 days? I bet you did. And even if you didn't, it doesn't matter, because according to Statista, 67% of Americans drink coffee every day, and 88% check their email inbox on daily basis. And for me, like I was raised in coffee drinkers, coffee addicted family, and I thought that basically there is no people in the world that don't start their morning without a cup of coffee. And I was surprised later when I found out that actually there are such people. Same things today with email marketing. I can't imagine people not having email address. And let's go further. Imagine you book a hotel or flight trip. Can you do it without email? I checked, basically today it's pretty difficult. What usually you need to sign up to any service, what you use to recover your passwords. When you're signing up to such services as Netflix, Facebook, Amazon, etc., they all ask for email. And usually this is like on the first page, that like this is the basis what they need from you. But even more, like, can you, like, okay, like Netflix and Facebook, this is for entertainment, but if you want to live and like be part of society, you probably need some bank accounts, you probably need some government services. And can you open nowadays like Chase Bank or Bank of America account without email? Can you manage your social security and Medicare accounts without email address, or even reporting taxes? I think you can if you just send them via like mail, like papers, which is super uncomfortable, but okay, it's possible. But the easy answer is that nowadays without email, like for example, I tried to check if it's possible to create account in Bank of America without email, and it's not. In some cases, they say that probably phone number would work, but I tried and it doesn't. And so basically, like email is so fundamental for every one of us, and we even don't imagine how important this is for us nowadays. I can't imagine like modern person without having email. And even more interesting, probably some of you have TikTok, probably some of you have Instagram, probably someone on Tinder, probably someone on LinkedIn. Maybe you're on like mix of those. And like what combines all people that use these different services? Email. All of them have actually email. And you can find maybe some younger generation in TikTok, maybe some older generation on LinkedIn, etc. But all of them actually have email. And even more, maybe you have friends from China or from some other countries, Asian or Arabic, etc. They use completely different social media than we are like used to, but still, usually all of them have email, and the rules how email works basically the same. And again, like nevertheless, what you like what your interest, are you older or maybe you're younger, are you interested in politics or maybe in some sport news, etc. Usually all people have email. And like just think about how much powerful you would be as digital marketing if you know how to deliver emails to all of those like huge amount of people. And again, like we are all different, but what combines us, email. All of us have email address. And just to add you some statistics, you probably know how much such companies as Meta or Alphabet or TikTok, how they are like powerful. But actually, if you check how many users have different platforms, email would beat all of them by far. And again, same way as I can't imagine myself today without email, same way I can't imagine like chief marketing officer or business owner or digital marketer without skills and without knowledge of email marketing. In my opinion, this is so powerful tool that everyone must know it. And what's also amazing about it that you can start it, nevertheless, it's small business or big business. This skill will be applied everywhere, basically everywhere. And again, your target audience is definitely here. Doesn't matter what age they are. Doesn't matter where they live, in China, in United States, in Europe. Doesn't matter. Like 90% of your target audience will have email. Email is owned media with full control. Unlike social media, I have like a good experience working with Facebook as well as with Google. And heck, it's really like ups and downs all the time. All the time they change something in their algorithms, and digital marketers just have to find the way how to survive in new reality again. And what I also see that nowadays, this trend is actually just increasing, and all this like they became impossible to work for some teams. And again, email is completely like, okay, it's not completely, it's less monopolized by such huge companies as Meta, as Google, and some others. Compliance and privacy advantages. If you follow our social media and our blog, you probably saw the news about cookieless future. And we already prepared many guys like how to prepare on that, but still this is a trend, and we must understand that sooner or later all the tracking, like because of GDPR, because of different legislation, it's more like difficult to track visitors, to track behaviors on websites. And with email you still can pretty easily identify who is interested in what. And not only so, I would say that in the modern trend of personal data protection, email marketing still pretty powerful and not touched by cookies, etc. Of course, there are also still like a lot of changes on Can Spam Act, as well as some TCPA, for example. But yeah, I think email marketing still is pretty untouched, especially regarding cookies. The next one is cost effective compared to other channels. Same as I said that Google and Meta, their algorithms all the time like ups and downs, but one thing is pretty consistent. They increase the price you need to pay for your ads, and getting every click, getting every lead becomes more and more difficult. Likewise, Google and some other platforms and email, even though I would say the price of lead probably also increases over time, but still this is still one of the cheapest way to get to your leads. And scalability for any business size. Again, if you like work for a small company that sends, I don't know, like a few thousands per day, or maybe even a few hundreds per day, these skills and this knowledge would still help you if you go working for a company that send like huge volumes and their core business is email marketing. And yeah, that's why I think this is like for any business owner, for any marketer, this is essential to understand how email marketing works and utilize this powerful tool. Okay, now let's speak a little bit about email marketing fundamentals. And it's important, like when we start, actually email marketing is like a huge realm, really. Like there are so many different parts of email marketing, and like we can learn it like for ages, really. And when we start, I think, in my opinion, you need to start with a more focused way and answer questions to yourself. Like, first question is, who are your leads? Like, who are you going to email to? Is this like warm leads, cold leads? It depends. Will it be inbound or outbound marketing, as well as is this B2C or B2B leads, etc. Second question is, what exactly you plan to send? What's your content strategy? It's also very important because if you don't want to end up in spam, it's important what you send and to who, and how often you plan to send, how often, and how many emails per specific period, like the cadence, as well as like how we are shared APs, we are dedicated APs, etc. We will discuss all those things during the whole course in more details, but basically if you want to begin with something, you need to answer those three questions, and they will help you to understand where to begin to dig. And basically, based on the three previous questions, we can make two groups of email marketing. One is inbound email marketing, and second is outbound email marketing. And based on these differences, we will need to use different tools, different strategies. We can expect different results. That's why it's very essential to understand those, to answer those questions and understand why it's so important to understand. Because if you start like with incorrect tools, you will not end up with any results. So the main goal of email marketing can be like designed in such way that our goal is reaching new customers as well as retaining old customers, and in such way build like lifetime customers and increase your LTV. We are all like email marketers working for different businesses, and our goal is to make clients lifetime. This means that we need to work on every aspect of our email strategy. And there is one big challenge in email marketing, because it sounds pretty easy, but unfortunately not every email marketer is valuable on the market. And I guess you already realize what the problem is. This is spam. And by the way, I have here is the spam. It's some meat. I have never tried it actually. I bought it just for this lesson, but I will try it after, even though it looks like really junky food. Not really, just 1 gram of sugar. But anyway, yeah, it's also a funny story about why spam is called actually spam. Actually, because of this meat. There is like in 1970s there was like a sketch by Monty Python, and in that like episode there were like some Vikings speaking about spam meat, very annoying, like repeating it over and over again, and it was annoying. Same way emails that were received by people were annoying, and that's why this spam word was connected to unwanted emails. And it's funny that their like marketing team still hasn't changed the name. On the one hand, like every person probably knows what is spam nowadays. On the other hand, I would say that spam has pretty negative shade of colors. So I don't know what I would do if I was marketer of spam company, spam brand, but lucky me, I'm not. So yeah, but it's funny to know the story about it. Okay, so as I already said, if you know, if you want to understand the future, you need to understand the past, and I like to go a little bit with some history. And there are three important days, in my opinion, about email marketing, and the first is actually in 70s, 1970s, and there are different ideas like what was the first email, but I stick to the story that Leonard Kleinrock and 1970s, that was long before actually internet was created, like as we know, World Wide Web, and they were working on some system to send messages from one server to another in some encrypted way, etc. And as you probably know, like majority of modern achievements and technologies were developed for military purposes, and as far as I know, this transferring messages as well as internet, like ARPANET ancestor, they are also were created for military purposes. They tried to find a way to send messages quickly, and they, like, these guys worked on communication between two servers, and they tried to send the word logging. And I just watched the interviews of the team behind it, and they were like on the phone sending like letter L, and on another line like yeah, we received it, hey. After that they tried to send letter O. They send it, have you received it? Yes, we received it, hey. And they tried to send letter G. They tried to send it, and the whole system crashed. And so basically the first email ever sent, the first email sent in the history of email marketing was just letter LO, like law, and it was in 1970s. But actually that wasn't indeed ancestors of first emails, because still the system was completely different, but that was like the beginning. After 2 years they find out how to manage it, and so-called Ray Tomlinson, who is like so-called father of email marketing, and I think it's a little bit pity that everyone knows Mark Zuckerberg for creating Meta or Jeff Bezos for creating e-commerce Amazon, but pretty few people know about Ray Tomlinson, even though he's father of email marketing, and even this symbol at he started to using this, and yeah, like he's father of this symbol. He could use whatever symbol, but he decided to use this symbol, and on the picture you can see this happy guy on the background with a symbol. And the third guy is Gary Thurk, who also known as father of spam. And again, it's like 1978. It's still long before the internet, like World Wide Web, was publicly launched, and on that time there were some connections like ARPANET between West Coast, East Coast, and this guy, like there were just few hundreds of people actually in this network, and this guy worked on the company DEC as marketing manager, and he decided, like they had some presentation, and he decided to send invitation to this presentation to all the network. So this was like unwanted email, unexpected email for everyone. Those days there were no spam filters, because basically this guy created spam. But what's funny actually that because of his email, a lot of people actually came to that presentation, and return on investment in such email marketing actually was paid off. And yeah, it was working even those days. Yep. Okay, and here's just a funny video to explain you, like nowadays we don't understand the whole way how actually email came here and what we have today and what we enjoy today. We don't realize how it used to work.
6, please. And now would you like to send us a message? Yes, I will.
They try to send like email and showing this to public.
And I should be able to get the same message now on my screen. That's right. Thank you very much for your good wishes, Pat and Julian. You're welcome. If I want to get that message printed out, I can do that as well, just by hitting this button.
Print email. I guess no one prints emails nowadays, but yeah, it's funny, like those days for people, just imagine how, like, they couldn't imagine it. You don't need anymore to go to post office, send letter, and expect like, I don't know, 10-15 days until the letter is reached out, and you again wait like 10-15 days to receive a response, and mail can be lost, etc. So like, just imagine how lucky we are today. And yeah, a few more dates important for becoming email marketing as it is today. We already discussed that email marketing, email in general, email communication started long before World Wide Web on ARPANET. But of course, launching of World Wide Web helped to promote and spread this technology across like population. In 1996, Hotmail becomes one of the first free web-based email services, and this is, again, those days this was like a revolutionary technology because this was web-based. Like you didn't need anything on your laptop, you could just go to website and all your emails are saved on some external servers outside, and it was for free. So that was really revolutionary and also boost significantly users to use email addresses. In 2000, again, because of some smart email marketers started spamming. Of course, lawyers had to find the ways how to fight with this, and in 2000, George Bush signed the Can-Spam Act, setting the rules of email communication for email marketing. In 2003, Google launched Gmail, and I bet probably some of you have Gmail. And even if you're not, again, like statistics says that nowadays probably 60-70% of United States users, they are users of Gmail because it's convenient. And in 2008, responsive email design, because of rise of mobile devices, of course, there was a need to find out the way how, like, if people open it not on desktop but on mobile, like how to find the way to do that. And there was like responsive email design created for email marketers. From 2010, there was like a rise of email automation with all like features like drip campaigns, personalization, etc. And yeah, it's still interesting that some companies, even nowadays, they don't utilize these features in the way they could, even though it's already like 15 years for these technologies. In 2021, Apple introduced a significant change to email marketing with mail privacy protection, and this was indeed like fundamentally changing the ways of reporting and analyzing campaigns, because from those days you couldn't make data-driven decisions based on your open rate. So basically, email marketers became a little bit like blind in the way like how Apple ISPs understand emails from users. And in 2022, interactive email features, embedded form service, again, like you just receive your email and you can click there, everything like inside the email. You don't need to go somewhere outside to a website and do it there. You can do it inside the email. And yeah, if speaking about like today's trend, definitely this is AI. AI is coming, and we are going to use AI in our course a lot. And also not only us, but such companies as Google, Yahoo, and all big ISPs, they also use machine learning to for their spam filters. And yeah, that's why AI will change this industry, same as many industries in the world. Yep, we coming to our fourth topic for today, how email marketing works. And again, it's important to understand all the like basics. And let's imagine the picture. I'm Dennis, I'm on Scale Your Web servers, and I want to send email to some John that uses Gmail. So basically, I'm sender, John is recipient, and I have email. I just open my laptop and put some email like, "Hi John, how are you doing?" And I want to send it to John. So we are going to discuss what the path this email takes before it appears in the inbox of John, or maybe not inbox. So first of all, we are SMTP. SMTP, we'll talk about it later, but basically this is simple mail transfer protocol, and we use this to send emails. And this SMTP checked email, okay, it's ready to be sent, and it knows that it should be sent to johndoya@gmail.com. So basically, servers, as we know, they don't understand words, so SMTP server doesn't know what is gmail.com. They understand only numbers. They need to find out the way what is gmail.com. That's why they go to another server, which is called DNS server, in which Gmail is, it's like vocabulary. Gmail says, okay, we are Gmail, this is our IP in numeric format. So our server already knows where to send this email. After that, it goes through different servers, like through World Wide Web, until it reaches this server with this specific IP. And after that, we are different protocols, IMAP or POP3. It goes to recipient, like when it's on Gmail server knows all its users, like unique users, and it knows, okay, like here's John Doya, I need to put this email in his inbox, or maybe not inbox, I need just to attribute this email to this user. So, and basically here, like, again, we will discuss about it in more details later, but for now what we need to remember is that email is sent and received by using a couple of different protocols, and protocol is like a set of rules that servers should follow in order to function. And first protocol is SMTP. That's the only protocol used to send emails. And two others are IMAP and POP3. They are for receiving emails, and they have some differences. I would say that nowadays IMAP probably like most used. Yep. And now we're coming to DNS and email authentication. Again, this topic is going to be a little bit more technical, but it's easy. You just, like for today's lesson, I just want you to watch it. I just want you to re-watch it a few times. And from the next lesson, which is going to be like live demo, we change a little bit our syllabus. We are going to set up all this authentication. And the reason we decided to build this course like in this way, because we want you to start sending emails from the second lesson. So basically today is the only theoretic lessons that we have. We will have some more theory about compliance, etc. later, but from the second lesson, we will set up all email service providers to be ready to send emails that you already can start testing and doing your homework and testing. Like remember that email marketing, there is no like, there is written and unwritten rules, but the main rule is testing. We must be ready to test a lot. Okay. So let's go to the next topic about DNS, and I bet you will remember the three words SPF, DKIM, DMARC, because they are essential for email marketing. Like modern email marketing is impossible without these three protocol, the three records. And to understand how important they are included in every email actually sent nowadays. For example, if I go to email and check, you can do that too. Like when you get, you usually have like subject line, from name, and the content. But if you click here and go to show original, every like major email providers will have possibility to show you original email. You will be able to see here all main information. Like this is the most important information, and here you see there is like SPF, DKIM, DMARC, and in my case it's pass. If I had any issues, it could be written here failed, or maybe even bounced and not delivered to me at all. And I just wanted to show you that this is like essential for email marketing, and especially for email deliverability. Nowadays, a lot of email service providers, they will not even deliver to your spam if you do not follow these rules. And we will go step by step. We will discuss what is SPF, DKIM, DMARC, that you have understanding what is email deliverability. Yep. So basically, the first is SPF. What is this? All these three things, SPF, DKIM, DMARC, this is DNS records that we need to put for our domain in order to be able to send emails. And first is SPF. This is like, imagine that I am domain owner. I am owner of Scale Your Web domain, and I create record, like in my vocabulary, I say, hey, I'm owner of Scale Your Web, and I give permission for this server to send emails from this domain, only to this server. And I do it with the help of SPF record. And how it works, imagine that I sent two emails, one from servers that I indicated in my SPF and another that I didn't indicate in my SPF. And again, I'm Dennis from Scale Your Web. There is amazing tool, MX Toolbox, and we are going to use it very often, very often. You can just, for now, you can check how I do. Like this is my SPF record currently set for my domain Scale Your Web, and you see I say, hey, this IP can send email. So this is my IP 163, yeah. Coming back here, so I sent email from this IP. So inbox mail server, see that okay, this IP is authorized to send emails from this domain Scale Your Web. And it's delivered in inbox. On the other hand, we have another server which is not indicated in my SPF record. Here is no such IP, yeah, and such email will be received as spam. So basically, again, just imagine that this is like a vocabulary where we say we have this domain, we allow this server to send emails. And also important to say that for every sending domain or subdomain, there is only one SPF record is possible. Don't create 2, 3, 4. If you need 2, 3, 4 servers, you just mention them all in one SPF record, because otherwise there will be like a conflict of SPF records. And basically that's how the SPF looks like. We just say the host name. We say that it has like 3 things here. Yeah, the first thing we say is that this is SPF record. The second thing we just mentioned the servers that we allow to send emails. And the third is what we like, how strict we are, like what to do if server is not our, like that we mentioned here. And in our case, we put -all. This means that all others server, like emails from different servers, should be rejected. Alternatively, you can put like tilde-all, which states that unlisted emails will be marked as insecure and maybe put in spam. And plus all, actually I never saw anything like that, because it's like senseless, that it will still accept all servers. So the second, DKIM, this is domain keys identified mail, and you just create this key once, and your server, when sending, like you remember this picture with your SMTP, when sending to recipient server, they will include this DKIM, and your like recipient servers will compare if the key is actually same. Also, like there are two keys, like public and some private, specifically for this email, because DKIM has two goals. One is providing authentication that the domain can send emails, and the second, it helps ensure that the message hasn't been altered in the transit, because again, your email will go through a bunch of servers like via internet, and to protect email to be like spoofed, you should use DKIM. And how it works again, for example, I'm Dennis, I sent email from Scale Your Web, and your inbound mail service just checks if there's DKIM and if this key is actually matches the public key that I have posted in my DNS registrar. If it doesn't, probably it will go to spam, or maybe even will be rejected. And yeah, this is the way how it looks like. That's the only, probably that's the only authentication record that in hostname we do not put the domain. We put like selector, and basically it consists pretty similar. We just say that this TXT record is DKIM. After that we put this long encryption, like this is encryption key. Okay, and the last but not the least, DMARC or DMARC. This is domain-based message authentication, reporting, and compliance. Basically, this works in coordination with SPF and DMARC, and based on what value has DMARC and SPF, is this pass or failed, it does two things. First, it says what to do with such messages that didn't pass any of SPF or DKIM, and second, it sends reports, like aggregated reports to sending domain owners to troubleshoot in case there are any issues, or in case someone is trying to spoof or use your domain, etc. And again, how it works, I'm Dennis, I'm sending. After that, there is like a check of SPF and DKIM, and based on the information, if everything is okay, everything is passed, email is received normally. If, for example, SPF didn't include the servers that actually sending this email, it can be like received as spam or rejected. And the second function, it's just sending the report to whatever email you will include in reporting. And that's the way how it looks like. Basically, again, with first part, we just say, hey, this record is DMARC policy. With second P, we say what to do with emails that do not meet, that have some issues with SPF or DKIM. And there are like three possible ways you can reject. We always recommend reject. You can like do nothing, and email still can be delivered to inboxes on behalf of your domain, even though if you didn't send them, and quarantine, which means they will be delivered, but maybe with some delay, or to spam folder. And with report will be sent to mail to, and you just put where you want this email to be sent to. And yeah, like these three main records. On the next lesson, we are going to set them for every domain that you will be able to start sending emails and test them, and have such marks like here. These are not the only important like DNS records that we are going to discuss in this course, because we will also need to work with a record, a mix record, a PTR, also known as RDNS, etc., as well as, for example, BIMI record, which is, it's not like critical for deliverability, because critical just the three, but it helps with your authentication and with email deliverability as well. Like BIMI, it's for branding. For example, if you want that in your that users that receive your emails, instead of just no name here or some like names here, they will watch like your logotype here. It looks like, just to show you example, yeah, for example, here they do not have anything, but if you put for our domain, here will be our logotype, which looks like more trustworthy, etc. But again, it's not that's not the topic of today's lesson.
Scale your web here.
Okay, we are finishing our lesson for today, and actually we discussed pretty a lot. You already understand how actually powerful is email marketing skill and how many users you can reach in case you know how to deliver emails properly. Also, we discussed a little bit history of email marketing to understand where we started and how we came to the point that we are today. And also we talked about some fundamentals like how email is actually working on server side, like on backend. And also we discussed 3 main DNS records that are essential for email deliverability. And maybe it sounds a little bit more technical for you for the very first lesson, but again, like we have all the additional materials attached to the lesson, so we like encourage you to check them out. You will get like comprehensive understanding after watching them, but even if you don't check them, don't worry. On the next lesson we are going to implement basically everything we discussed today. We will start our lesson with creating DNS setup that you have everything ready to start testing, and after that we will just add some more information and some more features that you can use in your email strategy. But again, as I said, email marketing, this is a set of written and unwritten rules, and the main skill is ability to test, and be ready for that. Be curious and stay tuned. See you very, very soon.
Scale your web here. Scale your web here. Scale your web here. Scale your web here.